Have you ever thought, if you lost your job tomorrow, how long could you actually survive? For most people in the US and Europe, the answer is somewhere between 2 weeks and 2 months. Most of them are doing exactly what they were told to do: go to school, get a job, build a life. The real reason most people can't afford to quit their job has nothing to do with how much they earn. It has everything to do with how their life is structured around that paycheck. Let's talk about David. David is 29. He lives in Denver. He works in marketing and makes $65,000 a year. After federal tax, state tax, and Social Security, David takes home about $48,000 a year. That's $4,000 a month. His rent for a one-bedroom apartment, $1,650. His car payment on a 2022 Honda Accord he financed, $480 a month. Car insurance, $140. Gas and maintenance, another $180. Student loan payment, $320. That's $2,770 already, and he hasn't eaten yet. Add another $600 for food, subscriptions, gym, going out occasionally. Now we're at $3,370 a month. He's got $630 left, and this is a good month. No emergency, no surprise expense. David is doing everything right. But here's the thing, he can't quit. If he loses his income for even 1 month, the entire structure collapses. The rent is due, the car payment doesn't stop, the student loan doesn't pause. He's not living paycheck to paycheck because he's irresponsible. He's living paycheck to paycheck because his expenses are designed to match his income. And that's the trap. Now let's rewind 5 years. David just graduated, he got his first real job, $48,000 a year. He moved into a small studio for $950 a month. He drove his old college car, no payment. He packed lunches. Life was tight, but he was saving a little bit every month. Then something shifted. He got a raise, $55,000, then $60,000, then $65,000. And with each raise, his life upgraded to match it. He moved to a nicer apartment. I can afford it now. He financed a newer car. I deserve something reliable. He started eating out more, buying better clothes, going to concerts, taking weekend trips. None of it felt reckless. It all felt reasonable. Because he was earning more, right? That's how it's supposed to work. But here's what actually happened. His income went up by 35%. His fixed expenses went up by 60%. And the gap between what he earns and what he needs to survive, that gap didn't grow. It shrank. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the most dangerous financial patterns in modern life because it doesn't feel like a mistake while it's happening. You're not buying things you can't afford. You're buying things you can afford this month. But the cost isn't just money. The cost is freedom, because now David needs that $65,000 job, not to get ahead, just to stay afloat. So why do we do this? Why do smart, educated people constantly build lives they can't afford to step away from? Part of it is social pressure. We compare ourselves to the people around us. If your coworkers drive newer cars, you feel behind. If your friends live in nicer apartments, yours starts to feel small. Part of it is marketing. Every ad, every Instagram post, every credit card offer is designed to make you feel like spending is progress. But the deeper reason is this. We've been taught to think of income as the solution. If I just earn more, I'll be fine. So we optimize for salary. We take the higher-paying job even if we hate it. We stay in cities we can't afford because that's where the opportunities are. We chase the next raise, the next promotion. But we never stop to ask, what if the problem isn't how much I earn, it's how much I need? Because here's the truth. A person making $50,000 with $2,000 in monthly expenses has more freedom than someone making $100,000 with $7,500 in monthly expenses. One of them can take a risk, try something new, walk away from a bad situation. The other one is locked in. Now let's talk about Sarah. Sarah also makes $65,000. Same city, same age. But her life looks completely different. She lives with a roommate. Rent, $850. She drives a 2015 Toyota she bought in cash for $8,000 3 years ago. No payment. Insurance, gas, and maintenance, $250 a month. Her student loans, same as David, $320. Her monthly essentials, about $2,100. That leaves her with $1,900 a month. She saves $1,200 of it. The other $700? She actually enjoys her life. She travels, she invests in hobbies, she goes out. But here's the key difference. Sarah could lose her job tomorrow and be completely fine for 8 months, maybe a year if she cut back slightly. David would panic in 2 weeks. Sarah didn't get lucky. She didn't inherit money. She just made a different trade-off. She decided that optionality was more valuable than appearance. She didn't want the nicest apartment. She wanted the ability to say no. She didn't care about impressing strangers with her car. She cared about not being trapped. This is what financial intelligence actually looks like. It's not about deprivation. It's about building space between your income and your survival threshold, because that space, that's where freedom lives. So here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people can't afford to quit their job because they've built a life that requires them not to. Every monthly payment, every fixed expense, every small upgrade quietly removes one more degree of freedom. And the worst part? It feels normal, because everyone around you is doing the same thing. But you don't have to. You can choose to earn $65,000 and live on $40,000. You can choose to keep the old car, the smaller apartment, the simpler life, not because you're broke, but because you're building options. Because one day you might want to start a business, or take 6 months off, or move to a new country, or just walk away from a job that's making you miserable. And when that day comes, the only thing that will matter is this: can you afford to choose? Subscribe.